It is an unlikely duo, an ailing man suffering from dementia and an orphan teenager who end up taking care of each other. The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray on Apple TV Plus depicts their journey toward uncovering truths after learning about a treatment that restores memory. And joining us in studio is one of the stars of the show based on the novel by Walter Mosley, Dominique Fishback. We've also seen Fishback in the film Judas and the Black Messiah and shows such as Deuce. Now she plays Robin opposite Samuel L. Jackson. Take a look.
Wrong being young and in love.
In love?
I see how that boy look at you.
Well, me and Roger Billy know each other.
4:30 in the morning say different.
No, we was just, whatever, we was hanging.
He good to you?
Yes.
Yeah. You willing? He able?
I am pleading the fifth on that one.
Yeah. One of these days, you look back on this and you'll see different.
Dominique, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Willing and able. So Samuel L. Jackson, the co-star, executive producer of the show, handpicked you for the role. How did that happen? How did you respond?
Well, apparently he saw me in Project Power, which is a movie I did with Jamie Foxx, came out on Netflix, and he said he immediately called his producing partner and said, I think we found the girl. And the character's name in the movie is Robin, just like in the show. I didn't know that when I first did a chemistry test with him, but after getting the role, he told me the story. But for me, I just come off of doing Judas and the Black Messiah, and I wasn't entirely sure if this was the next right move for me, because I'm so used to playing teenagers. And I was like, in Judas, I kind of got the opportunity to be more womanly and nurturing, and I wondered if I was supposed to go in that direction. But I'm so glad that I did. The story is amazing. The character is awesome. I'm so proud of her arc. I'm so proud of what she represents.
And it sounds like you did a lot of preparation, not only reading the book, but then actually wrote out a 28-page PDF.
Yes.
So talk to me about the preparation and then how you became connected with the character of Robin.
Yeah. So usually for my characters, I love to journal as them. But with this character, every time I sat down, I couldn't. And I didn't want to force anything for fear that I have to keep the same process every time. I want to be free as an actor. So I told Robin, I said, girl, we're going to have to compromise. So I ended up saying, okay, I read the novel and saw that it was so rich. The character was so full of life and just backstory that wasn't so much in the scripts. So I was like, well, how do I get Sam and Walter to see what I care about and what I think is important for the character? So I wanted to streamline it in a way, and I chose to do a PDF which had pictures and quotes. And even in the book, they talk about a different kind of love that Robin has, and even though we don't go that far in the show, it reminded me of Natalie Portman in The Professional when she's like, I think I'm falling in love with you, Leon, and he like spits the milk out. So I put pictures of that and just tried to say, this is what I think we should have in. Yeah.
You won them over, apparently. Did you have any reservations at all about playing Robin?
Only that I didn't know if I should play a teenager again. But I'm so happy to play teenagers. As long as they'll have me, I continue to do it.
As long as you can keep looking young. Do you have any similarities you feel between you and Robin?
Yeah, I do. I'm from Brooklyn, East New York, and I think coming from an area like that and going to high school in Brownsville, you build a harder exterior, but I'm really romantic inside. I'm really soft and mushy, and I think when I feel protected and safe, I'm able to be more of that self, and that's why I'm so proud of Robin's arc, because she starts off so much like that, guarded and hard, but when she feels protected and knows that he doesn't need or want anything from her, just for her to be happy, you can see that smile come back and that love and light that she has to offer. And I feel like that's for girls from the hood like me.
And what was it like working alongside Samuel L. Jackson?
Well, it was always like a party and wild, and it's such a heavy show, but in between takes is not heavy at all. He's always making jokes, and we're talking about filmmaking and different shows and the art of like being a movie star as opposed to the art of acting. Those are important, and we don't really learn about the art of like being a movie star in school. And so he told me stuff like, make sure that you have your own hair person on your own team, because these people protect you, and then you can protect your energy, and just the different perks of getting like more visible or whatever.
And you know, I think you'd be called a multi-hyphenate, right? Because you act, you write, you create poetry. What do you love most about creating and art?
What I love most about creating and art is the freedom of self-expression. I think since I was a kid, I was really fortunate. My mom was very supportive. So when I wrote poetry and I told like personal stories, even if they affected her, she would say, well, it's your truth, Dom, you could say it. And I know that a lot of kids don't get the opportunity to be like, don't tell my business, you know? But my mom wasn't like that, and I think because of that, it gave me a sense of freedom and a sense of know that my voice mattered and what I had to say mattered. And so I'm able to move in the world a little bit more confident about my experiences and how I feel.
And based on all those experiences, what's next? From your lips to God's ears, what would you like to have happen next or do next, be a part of?
Yeah, well, I wrote a one-woman show called Subverted, and it's about the destruction of Black identity in America. I play like 20 different characters, and Jamie Foxx is executive producing it with me. So we're planning to film that, and I'm working on a limited show that I can't talk about yet. But I'm always writing, learning piano. I love to play piano. I made my own version of Song Cry by Jay-Z, where I like rhyme and keep the chorus. So I just keep staying creative and having a good time.
That's what I was about to say, the ultimate in creativity. Brooklyn is in the house.
Yes.
Dominique, we thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
The 5th episode of The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray premieres globally on April 1st on Apple TV+.
Yes. Hey.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.